What is up, IDP Army? What is up, fantasy football fanatics? It's your man, Jordan Reigns, at 50 Shades of Drunk. If you are on Twitter, you want to give me a follow. And you know what it is today? It is coming up on the NFL draft. So we are going to do a mock draft. Everybody's doing mock drafts, but this mock draft is going to be a little different, all right? This is going to be a cool-ass mock draft. Before we get into that, make sure you follow along on the podcast feeds. We have two of those. One for the Dynasty and the best ball stuff, one for the IDP and the fantasy commentary, nonsensical stuff. We do it all. But to do a draft, you have to have more than one person. I'm not just going to draft the ultimate team. So I brought on my man, Lawrence Jackson. Lord, don't lose. How you doing, brother? Oh, shit. You muted.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh,
We
there
in
you
there
go.
now. Yeah, I just popped up on in here real quick. Yeah, man, I can't complain, man. Just getting ready for this draft. I'm tired of seeing mock drafts. I don't even look at nobody mock draft. I don't care nothing about nobody mock draft. Y'all can have that. We about ready for the real thing now, so let's get it.
Exactly. And that's why we're going to do something fun today, something a little different. We are going to do a mock draft, but this mock draft is going to be from the perspective of who are we going to take with us in our ultimate night out entourage to the NFL draft in Kansas City. All right. So before we jump into that, I'll tell you guys how we're going to do it so you get an idea. It's going to be a snake draft, so we'll go back and forth. We're going to go two guys at each position. The defensive tackle and the defensive line position, we kind of mesh together. But everything else, we're going to go straight down the board. Two players, and at the end, we're going to have teams, and we want y'all to, squads, entourage. We want y'all to leave us comments. Tell us who you think's team is the best. All right, so if you could do that in the comments, we would super appreciate that. Let me go ahead and get this pulled up. Well, before that, man, how you been? Like, it's been cool to watch you, like, come up from Twitter, somewhere where you kind of have to really get started and get seasoned, and get noticed, to where you're at now. You're on NBC Sports Edge. You're sitting across from the OG Kingpin himself, Matthew Berry. Like, give us a little bit of the story here, my guy, because I got you right here. Why not?
Yeah. It's a lot of people like to say that term, brick by brick all the time. Well, I just call it every little step. My favorite Bobby Brown song, every little step I take. You feel me? I came in as a, regular freelancer, all using social media to my advantages, but understanding that ain't what it's really about. That's a small part of what I do now is on, social media. It's just it's the only part that a lot of people see, you understand? Yep. So I just be, every little opportunity I done got, I take that and learn something else at the same time while doing the opportunity that I got. You understand? So it's like, just leveraging whatever you got, man. And, not ever I never get too high. I never get too low. I just do what I do. And, let everybody else do them.
Amen, brother. And like you said, like, you got a lot of skills, you got a way with words, you got a way with your videos, you kind of put a lot of people on to using short form videos, and not just to make cheesy content with just like stats, but like to put out like takes and to defend players and like to be a fan, like you are a huge fan of Lamar Jackson. You are an ATL fan. You are a Tua fan. I know that about you, and we can bond over that. All the fantasy football, yards per route run and all that stuff put aside. And you're a content creator who, was independent for a long time. And, now you're working with some of the bigger names of the industry, and you did that yourself. And like you said, you compounded your skill set on the way up. Learning and watching you's been pretty cool, dude. So I really do appreciate you taking the time to come on. And the draft is going to be tough. I'm excited to go up against you, though, because it's 420, if anybody's watching this late. But it's a good turn-up draft for the NFL draft. So let's go ahead and pull up the board here. I'm going to switch up the layout real quick. Let's see what we got here. Man, StreamYard's got all kinds of crazy upgrades the last few weeks. So trying to, like you said, take advantage of all the new things. Here we go.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, so like we said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to let you take the number one overall pick. You can take any position that you want, and we're just gonna go back and forth. Snake draft, try to build the ultimate crew, and you can just say why you picked them for your crew, and then maybe give a little a take on how you think their season's gonna go, or a biggest question about the upcoming season for said player. All right, so
Yeah.
go ahead and let's get into it here real quick. Before we do that, let me hit this. All right.
All right.
Who's the 101 in the draft, my guy?
Yeah, well, you already mentioned him earlier. I'm gonna start my team with a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson, man. You know, he a young dude, but got his head on straight. Once he get the money situation figured out, man, he gonna have probably his best season now that he got Odell. You get Rashad Bateman healthy, those two together should be good. And as far as taking out on the draft, like he kind of a low key dude like me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't into all the rah shit. So, I'm gonna make him my top pick for this draft.
Love it. I love it. Securing the quarterback position early. And I think I'm going to follow suit. I thought my 101 would be a different player, but since you took quarterback, I'm not going to let you come back around and get Patrick Mahomes, my guy, king of the city of Kansas City. If we're going to go party out in Kansas City, we're going to just go ahead and take the man himself on draft night. Patrick Mahomes is my guy. It's kind of crazy how he's almost like Tom Brady in a way now, where it's just like it doesn't really matter who he plays with. Guys are coming in and out. Guys want to play with him. The run game's not really necessary. He just knows how to win football games, and it's kind of interesting to watch. So I don't really know about a season outlook for him. I think it's just more
his season outlook gonna be the same. He gonna
exactly.
He gonna have his team in the mix. I'm a big Patrick Mahomes fan too. In fact, I found myself, fighting for him. You shouldn't have to fight for Patrick Mahomes. Last offseason, because of the loss of Tyreek Hill, people all of a sudden thought that Patrick Mahomes was gonna forget how to play football. However, if we talking about hitting the streets, I ain't rolling with Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna roll with Lamar. Oh, so you can have Patrick Mahomes because then you gotta hang with his brother too.
There are definitely liabilities that come with this. You're 100% right, but I'm gonna build a good squad. I got guys that are gonna take care of business later on down the draft. So let's go ahead. You got the number 2 pick. Who you gonna go with here? I'm gonna try to keep tally on this little board I got, so I know how many positions we got. So you got one quarterback for Lawrence.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Derrick Henry right here, right?
Oh damn!
Look, who the biggest, fastest, strongest running back? So Derrick Henry, he an elite running back, right? At the same time, he big, strong, fast, agile. You know what I'm saying? But he keep a cool head. But if I got to squabble, I want the biggest and the baddest running back in the league. So I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry right there.
Dude, that was a epic pick. I wasn't really thinking about my running back, and if I was, I probably would have overlooked him, which is a fault on me because that's a hell of a guy to go out with on a night out. What do you think about his season upcoming? I know I haven't paid much attention to the Titans because I think they're just kind of a weird team. He's so old, he's 28, but he's kind of different in a way.
Yeah, he definitely different.
Frank Gore, maybe. So is he gonna keep doing it?
Yeah, he gonna give you another 1,200 rushing yards. It just depends. Like earlier in the offseason, they were talking about him potentially getting traded. That could still happen. Remember, we saw A.J. Brown get traded from the Titans on draft day. So we have to watch that. Also, if depending on how they draft goes, the Titans, that should kind of tell us what they plan to do with Derrick Henry. So we'll see how that shake out.
Yeah, there's still some interesting running backs out there on the market too. They could easily let Derrick Henry go and bring on, Zeke and maybe like a late round running back, something like that. So there's a lot of things going on there. All right, so for my next pick, I am going to take a tight end. I'm not going to take Travis Kelce, even though he would probably be a great guy to go out with in Kansas City. I'm taking George Kittle, the ultimate party guy. He's the guy that's definitely going to push whatever group of people I do get together here to the absolute limits of that group. And it's going to be pivotal that I bring some guys into this group that are going to be able to hang with him and hold him in without ruining the night. So I got to get George Kittle on the party squad. If it comes to some wrestling shit, if we see Jake Paul, Logan Paul out, whatever, no matter what circle we go into, with Patrick Mahomes and George Kittle, doors are gonna open. So I'm kind of loving this early start, but like you said, your team's definitely got a different vibe to it right now, different kind of night. But it's early. It's early. Let's see what these late round picks bring up. As far as his season outlook, I think George Kittle is just going to be George Kittle. He's just going
For
to
sure.
do exactly what Kyle Shanahan wants him to do, which might be catch a lot of passes some games, that might be to completely disappear. And that's
Yeah.
kind of where I'm at for fantasy.
Yeah, for sure. Well, since you went Kittle, I'm gonna make sure you don't get that Kansas City stat. I'm gonna go Travis Kelce right here
There
because
it
that's
is.
like the best dancing white dude in the league by far. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock that up. He always said, what I'm saying, when they win, he be like, "You got it right." You know what I'm saying? So we need that energy right there. Travis Kelce, good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes all around. Another king of the city. Honestly, you'd probably be out with the king of the city over Mahomes if I'm having a real conversation right now. Travis Kelce also knows how to turn up. So before we came on air, I told Lawrence, I said, look, if you let me get Kittle and Kelce on the same team, doesn't matter whatever you do, it's a wrap if we're going out for a night. So he made sure not to let that happen. Wise decisions, taking some draft advice. There's
Most
some alpha
definitely.
for y'all. All right, so let me see what I'm going to do next. I'm kind of a little bit more of a laid back guy now too. Like I don't necessarily need to be the center of attention. So I think I'm going to take another guy who is going to be kind of putting out that same energy, but is an incredible player in the NFL, a player that plays for one of my favorite teams. And that is my man, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Talk about a guy who, where you go out, people are going to know him. He played for Alabama. He plays for the Steelers. He played for Miami. He's been all pro. And he's a laid back dude. He doesn't say much. He's not, he's not really trying to get in the mix necessarily unless he has to. But he's the kind of guy, if he gets in the mix, like he's going to be a difference maker. He's one of those guys you could probably take out that night, and you could probably check in with him no matter how, where your night goes, and be like, yo, bro, where's so and so? And he just gonna be like, he's over there. Like he's gonna know where everybody's at all night, no matter what. So I'm gonna take Minkah Fitzpatrick here, taking our first safety off the board and showing my Steelers some love. What do you think about old Minkah Fitzpatrick?
I mean, just ball hawk of a safety, man. One of the counterstones of that the recent Pittsburgh defense. Him along with T.J. Watt there, so definitely one of the upper echelon safeties in the league. I'm gonna take another upper echelon safety in the league and go with Derwin James right here. He always been my favorite safety in the league. I've been beating the table for him to win Defensive Player of the Year every year. A couple years ago, he kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
He finally got back right this season. So he's one of the bright spots on the Chargers defense. You feel me? So I'm gonna go with Derwin James there. I love him as a player.
Yeah, he's a great guy for IDP. He and Minkah are two of the top guys. They have been for a few seasons.
I
If you like,
always pick him in any league where I play and I got defensive players. I gotta have Derwin James.
yeah, he's gonna be making plays behind the line of scrimmage. He's gonna be making
For
plays
sure.
deep, and he's gonna get in the mix, too. So that's a great pick. Let me stack my safeties up. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and bring our first corner back into the mix. Now I got a couple of corners that I kind of like here, but I'm gonna bring some dog energy, and I'm gonna take Marcus Peters out. Now,
Wow.
this is some dangerous shit in Kansas City. I know, but like I said,
I swear to God, I was finna take him next.
I'm trying to have the kind of night that people are going to be like, oh my God. So
Man,
I'm
you need
thinking
to
Marcus
go
Peters
ahead
at
and you
KC,
need to let him play on my team, man. He ain't
let
finna
him talk
roll.
all his
He
shit.
ain't rolling with Patrick Mahomes and
Oh,
George Kittle.
just wait. We got a
He
crew.
wanna run with Lamar, dog, and Derwin James, dog.
I mean, we see you guys out. We'll say what's up. But I love Marcus Peters. I hate, this is like, there's a couple of players in the league that have just had some of the worst luck. Marcus Peters, Justin Houston, two guys that were on Kansas City right before the Chiefs go and win that Super Bowl. And then, and then Marcus Peters was on the Rams right up until they won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And then he goes,
Right.
it's just tough. My man, Justin Houston, kind of similar situation. He left the Chiefs. So I hate that for some of these guys. So I just want to give Marcus Peters a little love because he's getting a little old, a little long in the tooth. He got lost, what was it, not last year, but 2 years ago to that ACL tear, which was tough because I was expecting him to be a huge part of, just Baltimore. They were surging at that point. But, man, it's going to be a tough season for him, I think, coming up. But I'm taking him out to KC. We're going to have a wild night. Like this says, wild boys only. All right, we're going to get lit. So, who you taking? Who's your next man up? And I'm going to tally up our spots real quick.
I'll go right behind you. Actually, I'm going to go safety again and take the Honey Badger.
Woo!
I'm gonna take the Honey Badger there. Woo! He again another. I'm just I pick a lot of dudes who I see some of myself in them. Just to 5'9", come out the league as a cornerback, made his money as a safety. Just a playmaker. Southern boy. You know what I'm saying, from Louisiana.
Damn.
I'm riding with the Honey Badger, man. He's still balling.
Man, that's tough. That is tough. Oh, I'm upset, bro. I'm upset. One, because I wasn't even thinking about him, and two, like, what a better player to take than Marcus Peters. I'm sorry, Tyrone. If you see this shit, I'm sorry, man. I fucked up. I made a mistake. I can own it. All right. Who are we going to take? I think this is a good time to maybe take a little break. I don't know about you, but I made a list of guys I would not take out in any sort of squad if we going out somewhere. I got 3 guys I got to name drop. 1, I ain't taking Alvin Kamara nowhere. All right? He ain't coming out with us.
He come with me. I'll fuck with him.
I got Marcus Peters on the squad. I can't be putting things like that together. 2, Sean Watson, I love you.
I'll bring him on my squad too.
Stay home.
Bring both of them. Both on Georgia boys. Bring both of them on my team.
And number 3, this guy is at home reading his Bible. Trevor Lawrence. You can't come out with us, my guy. Nah, we ain't trying to. But you
might as well bring Trevor Lawrence if you ain't gonna bring the other 2.
Nah, I'm just saying he's not gonna be a wild boy. He's not gonna have the fun that I'm trying to have. You know what I'm saying? Like he was on the do not draft list. Carson Wentz, but I don't want to bring his name up. I'm kind of mad I did. He was 100% on that list too.
Yeah.
There's a couple of guys that I would bring Kirk Cousins out, ironically, but also just like because I think he would literally be such a damn good time. But I digress. I am going to take my first defensive end off the board here. Shout out to my man Cameron Jordan for the Saints. If there's somebody that knows how to party, he sings, he can dance. He's a Renaissance man. He's a family man. He's a legendary player in his city. He is a franchise player in his city. He's going to be a good time to have out. And he's one of these guys that he's going to be able to hang with George Kittle if we go pushing it real far. You know what I mean? But he's not going to let things go over the line. He's going to take it right there, though, with everybody else. So I got to throw Cam Jordan a little shout. That's my first defensive end off the board. I'm not a huge Saints fan, but I do love Cameron Jordan. I think going out, and being from New Orleans, he's going to know how to party no matter where we are at. So throw him on the squad.
All right, I'm gonna go with my first D lineman too. I don't give a fuck about no family man. So give me D Ford. I need somebody who's gonna talk some shit. Give me D Ford. Line him up. We'll take him. That'll probably be the last Kansas City Chief that I take. But I'll ride with him as my first D lineman.
Bet. All right, he wasn't even on my queue. I just was like, I heard, yeah. He went. I just thought of him. I gotta fill out. I'm in a weird spot right now because I want to draft T.J. Watt, but there's another player on the Steelers defensive line that I want to take out, and that's my man Cameron Hayward. All right, we're gonna put some muscle out here. We're gonna put the vibe out. We're gonna make sure some knuckleheads don't be getting shit out of line. But if shit gets real and gets raw, we got the guy you want. That's who Cameron Hayward is. Don't make no mistakes out here, all right?
Out of all the D linemen, you feel like Cameron Hayward is gonna be the enforcer?
Yes, 100%, bro, 100%. I think him a scrap 1-on-1 versus most NFL players, if not all.
Shit.
Straight up.
All right, I'm gonna go with my first. I'm gonna go with my first linebacker here. Give me Roquan, man. He just got the new deal. Everything is on him tonight. You feel me?
Yeah, he got one of the last good linebacker deals that's going to be coming around for a while too, probably, unfortunately. I imagine they're probably going to pay Micah Parsons like a defensive lineman when it comes right down to it. But that's a great pick. You know, he living from Chicago
They
or
have
living in
to.
Chicago, also a Georgia boy. He gonna know how to put the vibes out in the right way. Dude's a beast too. I mean, this is an absolute all around athlete, hitter, enforcer. One of my favorite things about him being on the Chicago Bears for so long was watching him play against like Dalvin Cook. You know, because when Dalvin Cook was on and Roquan Smith was on, those were the two guys that were just kind of like they were always watching each other. And I love watching those matchups. Like as an IDP person, I had a lot of Roquan Smith. I'm stupid. I traded him away in pretty much all my leagues, but I'm not too happy. All right. We'll move on. So my next player off the board, I don't have any offensive players yet, really, other than George Kittle and Patrick Mahomes. So I think I'm gonna take my first wide receiver here. Actually, yeah, I am. I'm going to take another Super Bowl champion. I'm going to take Mike Evans out. Mike Evans is going out with the squad tonight. Big Mike Evans. If nothing else, you know, if he's wanting to chill with me in the corner and Minka Fitzpatrick, we could talk some Harry Potter. I'm down to do that. Probably not going to get like that. We probably could get right. But if it digresses to that, you know, Mike Evans is the kind of guy I want to have around. We got a Super Bowl champion on the squad. We have, in my opinion, Mike Evans is in the NFL right now. He's probably the best wide receiver just like all time, just like right there. I mean, Justin Jefferson is quickly probably going to surpass those numbers, you know, if things keep going the right trajectory, and Jamar Chase. But like what he's been able to do through his career, like at this point, especially when you look at some of the guys come in around him, Mike Evans just unreal, you know, and he can still have these games where he just last season, for instance, people were like, oh, bad season. What was it? Week 16, he had like 200 yards. Something like that. He just went
207, 3 touchdowns.
Exactly. That's some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted, all right? Like, there are some receivers in the league that are great. You know, you can talk about Chris Olave till the cows come home, and I'll listen. But don't get it twisted. Mike Evans is that dude. Glad to get him on the squad. Back to you, my guy.
Give me Sauce Gardner. I'll take him as my first corner. That's a player came in elite off the rip. I got a chance to see this dude in person the day he got drafted. Seemed like a cool kid, good vibes. He just he a smooth operator. You know what I'm saying? Very likable dude. So I'm gonna go with Young Sauce.
I love that. You know, between him and Lamar, you've definitely got the drippiest squad already. I don't even know if I can come back from this kind of stuff.
I don't think you can, man.
No, I really don't. But I mean, he's so good.
Y'all playing Harry Potter. We getting it popping over here. We getting it popping.
If it comes to that, that's worst case scenario. But I'm saying if we get low, our lows ain't as low as some.
You were talking about Trevor Lawrence in that Bible. You talking
about taking Alvin Kamara. You guys gonna end up in the night in some drunk tank somewhere.
That's cool. We gonna win though. We gonna win.
All right. Oh man, wide receiver. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna take Tyreek Hill here. Another wild boy to take. You want to take somebody that's going to be talking some trash with anybody, you know, in any position, in any city. This is the guy. He and Sauce Gardner this year went at it, which was awesome to watch. But Tyreek Hill is crazy. Like, he went down to Miami with Tua, who everybody's like, Tua's not very good. He's going to suck. And he has the most receiving yards he's ever had in his
best season. By far, best season.
Like, Tyreek Hill, Tyreek Hill is that dude. And two is that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not Patrick Mahomes. But
speaking of Tua, my bad. You was mentioning players you wouldn't bring out. So this is a perfect example of me just liking the player for being a player. I wouldn't bring Tua because Tua ain't like that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He ain't on that type shit. You feel me?
No.
So I wouldn't fuck with him on that level. But as a person, as a man, as a player, I respect the hell out of that dude.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. And the way he's such a good speaker, communicator. It's part of the culture, you know, like from being from Hawaii and all that, like the family, like he gets it like on a different kind of level. He's so humble, you know, and the proof when he's on the field, who's better on the field than him when he hits the field? Let's be real about it. You know what I mean? Like, Not many guys. Not many guys.
Yeah.
He'd be a little bit of a liability too with that jaw, going out. So I definitely understand the hesitancy there. All right, so you got another quarterback you can take. You got another tight end you could take. Which one?
I'm up now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you are, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and solidify my quarterback spot with the richest man in NFL history, Jalen Hurts. See, you ain't thinking I'm getting these cool ass
No, I
dudes
know.
that's signing these new contracts out here. And when we
I know.
talk about, what I'm talking about, when we talking about stand up, cool young ass little dude, Jalen Hurts is that
Yeah.
baller on the field, respected leader, proving people wrong, or he could been proving himself right. I would like to say it like that. I'll fuck with Jalen Hurts any day.
100%. Great pick, and he's known these guys, like, if guys get rowdy, he's going to be hanging, but he's also going to know, when to, be like, all right, like, this is where I'm drawing the line here, fellas. You know what I mean? So, like you said, a leader, and people would respect him, and he'd be one of those guys that he might get a little loose, or he might just be posted up in the corner, just big chilling. So, great pick there for your second quarterback. Wow, man, you've been scrutinizing all my picks. I'm a little scared now to make some of these next guys I'm thinking about trying to pick out. Oh man, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna take another trash talking king. I'm gonna take Jalen Ramsey's ass out.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking about him.
He knows how to talk a little trash.
I want to give you a chance though to get some kind of tough backbone on your squad. I want to give you a chance. But with the two cornerbacks you got, that's easy money right there.
Yeah, they're gonna be wild. And Jalen, even though Jalen a total dog, if you follow him on Twitter, I mean, he loves posting his Bible verses and all that. So I know he'll know where to draw the line. I'm not saying we're gonna know if we're gonna go past it or not, but he's one of these guys gonna be able to say, all right, like we've reached some things here, fellas.
Jalen Ramsey with the shit, man. He with the shit.
All right. So I think I got a pretty good squad. I need to add another safety probably. All right, where you at? You got
So I took the best dancing white dude at tight end. So now I'm gonna take the worst dancing white dude at tight end because he fun, and I like the fact that he put himself out there. Give me Mike Gesicki as my other tight end, cause that gritty ugly as hell, boy. That thing ugly.
I don't know if that's how you spell his name or not. I'm sorry, Mike Gesicki, if you're seeing this, my guy. I did my best.
It'll be GE, then the word sick, and then the letter I. That's how you do it.
Boom.
Yeah,
G-E,
like that.
I gotcha. Appreciate it. On the money. This guy knows his stuff. That's how I knew how to know you. This guy be writing his real words out. That's how I knew how to spell Tyrann Mathieu. That's not an easy one to remember either, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me get the board caught up here real quick. So you got two quarterbacks. You got Jalen and you got Lamar. So you are set there. Wide receiver wise, you still haven't taken a wide receiver. It doesn't look like
that because I know. Well, now you got yours already. So
Yep, I'm behind the 8 ball on that. You got two tight ends, you got two safeties, you got one cornerback, you got one linebacker. All right, so I guess I'm up next. I'm gonna take my second quarterback here. Oh man,
there's only one way you could go right here, and if you don't do it,
now you got me scared, bro.
I gotta put some type of pressure on you now.
Don't do me like this. Oh no, I'm fucked, bro. No matter what I do, I'm fucked.
I don't think so. I think you'll pick him. Let's see.
I guess I'm just gonna take Josh Allen. I mean, is that who should be taking?
No, but that's not a bad pick because the person on my mind was Joe Burrow.
Oh fuck!
But you got Josh Allen. That's cool.
No, that's a bag fumble. Can I get?
See that? What I'm telling you.
Can I get take backsies?
Hell nah. Just like a snake draft in fantasy, you fuck my boy. Hey.
Damn, that would have saved the whole squad.
Joe, how you don't get Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow. Cartier frame Joe.
Oh man, I know I fucked up.
Joe Shiesty.
Daddy. I gotta turn my card in, man. Yeah, your team's gonna get all the love, and rightly so. But I'll take Josh Allen. People like him. You know, he's gonna kick back outside with the fellas. You know, at the tailgate, jump on some tables, drink some natty lights. You know, really be a man of the people. That's what we love. So,
Yeah, for sure.
you're back up, my guy. What we
Yeah,
think? You
yeah.
gonna take that first wide receiver now, or
No,
keep
sir.
building?
I don't have to do that to my last two picks now. But what I will do is go defensive lineman. And since I went with a rusher and D Ford, you know, I went with him. He my little shit talker right there. I'm gonna go with a fun guy at the defensive tackle spot, and that's Quentin Williams of the Jets, who really stepped up his game this year. And he a fun, young, energetic dude, baller on the field. You can't ask for more than that.
No, your squad is lit, my guy. When I was thinking about this with you, I was thinking like, how would I do this? It was a real draft strategy, and I was like, it would be fun to get Quentin Williams and Quincy Williams on my team to have the brothers go out with the squad. But I guess I'm not gonna be able to pull that off. But great pick, like you said, Quentin Williams. He's that next man up at defensive tackle. I mean, he put people on notice this year with those sacks.
For sure.
But I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
he's already been like making plays out there, and like you said, he's a funny ass dude. He is not scared of the camera. He's not shy with his personality. He'd be a fun guy to go out with. So I love that pick. Man, you really put me behind the 8 ball. All right, I gotta pick my first running back at this point. Man, this is gonna be kind of tough. I don't know if I want to take CMC out or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he a party boy? I can't really tell what he's about. You got any CFC Alpha? What's up?
I ain't got nothing to say about this right here until you make the pick.
I'm taking out Saquon.
Okay. So then I'm gonna go right behind you and take CMC because I was gonna take Saquon and I was gonna take both of them for the same reason because I have Derrick Henry, right? So now I need the pretty boy element. The pretty boy element gonna bring all the girls, and both of these guys got that. I was gonna pick Saquon for this reason. It was close with him and CMC. I was gonna pick Saquon because I seen him at an IHOP one time with Sterling Shepard, you know, and that's pretty much the only reason I was gonna pick him.
That's a damn good reason. Sterling Shepard, dude, that dude won me some money back in the day. He won me my first Dynasty league. Shout out to Sterling Shepard, week 7, week 5, week 6, week 7. I only put up a 20-point game. I picked him up. I threw him out there. That was the difference maker. Never forget.
Yeah, give me CMC though. So it's back to you.
Yep, it's back to me. Man, I'm trying to get my guys organized here. I got another tight end to take, another safety to take. Man. Who am I gonna go with? I need to take a linebacker. I'm gonna take a party boy linebacker for sure. And he's just got to the Steelers. I'm gonna take my man Cole Holcomb. All right.
Okay.
Don't really know a whole lot about him except that he rocks a hell of a mullet, and he's on the Steelers now, and we need a linebacker in a big way. I really hope he brings that energy that just gonna come up with the night that is gonna complement a guy like Travis Kelce with the just embracing the party boy mentality and just really getting after it and taking care of the squad. And he's kind of a pretty boy too, so ladies, he might bring some ladies.
See, this is the thing. You don't want no pretty boy linebackers. Linebackers ain't supposed to be cute.
Yeah,
you
Wagner kind of cute.
Bobby Wagner. You said Bobby Wagner kind of.
Yeah.
So, all right, bet. Corey Hogan. I used to use him on Madden with the Commanders. So check it. I'm gonna go linebacker too, right? I was having a time trying to decide between Micah Parsons and Quincy Williams, but I got enough, See, like Micah Parsons is tough, but I saw Micah Parsons at the Super Bowl Radio Row looking for Stephen A. Smith because he was mad at him. See, I don't want my people looking for trouble. You feel me? So I'm gonna take Quincy Williams. I like that you brought him up. He was on my list because I wanted Quentin Williams. So let me get the both brothers on the squad right there. So I got Roquan Smith and Quincy Williams right there.
That's a squad, my guy. And then you got the brothers. You got the brothers. You know, if things go crazy. And I thought about that
For
too. I was
sure.
kind of mad that JJ Watt retired. I would have taken JJ and TJ. That would have been a good group to get together. But man,
Y'all would have
good.
been coming if you'd have got the Watt brothers. You'd have been coming up in there with some U.S. flags and shit.
No, we're not gonna bring up the other brothers. There's another set of brothers we could throw.
Oh no,
We ain't gonna talk about them either. You know what it is. I know what it
I
is.
would have took Nick Bosa. I take Nick Bosa on my team. I want somebody who ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you want to? He be coming through with a red hat, my guy. I mean, he ain't gonna bring the flag out. He gonna let it all hang out. He
that's
gonna.
cool. That's cool. I don't care. We ready to, but I got my D lineman. I'm happy.
Let's put it this way, with Minkah Fitzpatrick, Marcus Peters, Jalen Ramsey on my squad, we can't be touching no Watt. We can't be touching no Bosa brothers. No, we can't.
It's on you now, right? I took. All right. It's on you.
It's on me. I gotta pick another linebacker and I gotta pick another running back. Man, I had some guys written down that I really was thinking about. I think I'm gonna take Austin Eckler out though. He's just like, I mean, the squad.
He ain't got no. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. He mad right now.
He's clouded. He clouded all over the internet. I mean, come on now. I mean, for real.
Pick him up. You got it.
He be working Yahoo here pretty soon. Holla at us. All right. So my squad. Yeah, man, this squad.
I take. I even though I still need a corner, I'm gonna take my first receiver. And until he ain't on no team right now, but until he say he done, I'm taking Julio Jones.
I knew you would.
I take Julio.
Let's go. Julio Jones. Now we got Julio Jones going out in one squad. We got Mike Evans in the other squad. That's some respect, Do your research, y'all.
It is definitely. And speaking of the greatest that's still playing, it definitely would be Julio. But Mike Evans would be up there. Julio would have to retire for somebody else to get that title. Even though, obviously the past couple of years, we could quickly forget what Julio Jones actually was. And that's at the very 100%. Least, in my opinion, a top 10 of all time.
Oh, 100%. Another guy people are quick to forget, he just retired recently. He kind of went out a lot quieter than I thought he should have, was Larry Fitzgerald. Way he just kind of quietly just left.
I could see Julio doing it like that too.
Exactly. Where it's just like in 2 years, he's like, oh, I retired a while back. Y'all missed it. Like, I left the comment on some, whatever, wasn't a big thing. But like you said, like some of these guys that ain't all rah going crazy, it's kind of sad because we forget, and people out here trying to inflate other people.
Indeed.
They stay busy. They stay working the scene. So it is what it is. All right, I gotta take another linebacker. I'm gonna take Micah Parsons. Just because I gotta have a Cowboy on the team if I'm going out. Just because that's gonna get us, like I said, a little bit of clout. I mean, I'm gonna do the night right. We're gonna.
It's interesting.
Doors are gonna open up. Defensive Player of the Year noise without getting into the Bosa situation over there. And man, I wish TJ Watt would have played all year. God, he's so amazing. But I don't have TJ Watt on the team. I did get Cam Hayward on the team. But Micah Parsons, he's a dual player too. You know what I mean? Like he can play off ball for real. He can play at the line. That's like a really interesting kind of position and player in the league right now. Another player who kind of like that and people forget is Hassan Reddick. He was like Micah Parsons 1.0. Like when he got drafted, they brought him out to Arizona and like they put him in the middle and he did some stuff there. But when he rushed, like he rushed a handful of times early in his career, but he got home a lot. And somebody was finally like, maybe we should have him rush more. And it's just like he wasn't that prototypical guy necessarily, but they knew he could do it. And they started having him do it. To help take his team to the Super Bowl this last year. I mean, he was
big time.
I thought he needed some serious Defensive Player of the Year pub. He did not get.
He wasn't even an all-pro.
Yeah, ignorant stuff. So big shout out to the original hybrid prototype, Hassan Reddick. But I'm gonna take Micah Parsons out again. We're gonna take that Cowboys clout out with us to the club. We're gonna see what it gets us. So back to you. We're pretty close to wrapping up here. It looks like.
I'm gonna go receiver again and save my last pick for corner and give. Oh, you got your two corners. I'm gonna go receiver. I'm gonna go again with another underrated player. maybe not top 5 receiver today, but he's definitely been that in the past 5 years. In his Keenan Allen. Um, there was talks about him getting traded or released, and I'm thinking like, why would y'all get rid of Justin Herbert's best weapon? Like, Justin Herbert is his best when Keenan Allen is on the field. Justin Herbert walked into the NFL having Keenan Allen, and that helped a great deal. A lot of rookie quarterbacks drafted where Justin Herbert is drafted don't get that luxury. Keenan Allen is a boss at receiver and a specialist at simply getting open and catching the ball.
Yep, 100%. Love that pick. Great receiver pick there. And again, go with your team. You got a team of dogs. You know what I mean? Like all these guys in the scrap. Mike Gesicki obviously refereeing somewhere, hitting a gritty. But good squad, good squad. All right, so I am coming up, and I think we're almost done. I got to get another tight end on my team. And I think I'm going to use this as an opportunity to shout out my favorite fantasy sleeper this year, tight end, and that's David Njoku. Here's another guy, kind of pretty boy, up and comer in the league. Been around for a while, though. It's kind of interesting to look at his career. He's had some of the crappiest quarterbacks ever and some of the weirdest coaching situations, but he's been a very consistent guy, honestly, and he's been developing. So for fantasy purposes, I'm like super in on David Njoku. But as my second tight end with the squad, he's a little more reserved, but I've seen him kind of flash. He's got a big smile when he does get into it. So I think a good guy to add to the mix here would be my man, David Njoku. Here's another fun name you learn to type out whenever you do fantasy football. You got any thoughts on David Njoku? You've been watching him since he came in the league, I'm sure.
Yeah, he actually from around here where I'm at in Jersey. I had him I had him pegged as a top 7 tight end coming into the last season. And he had them type of games. But then it was other games where he disappeared. But that talent is definitely there, and Cleveland believes in that, and that's why they moved on from Buddy Austin Hooper.
Yep.
So I actually like him better. I like him more this year now that Watson has another year, like a full offseason. Just him and the whole offense should be better.
Yep, that's going to be money. And you go back and look, Deshaun Watson, he threw I think I was looking the other day, he threw 17, 18 touchdowns to his tight ends over his last 16, 17 games when he was with Houston. He loved throwing the ball to what's that guy named Akins? There was Akins and there was another fella he threw to a lot down there. And they just caught 7, 8 touchdowns apiece every season. And they were 30 years old. They were nowhere near what David Njoku is going to be capable of out there. So glad to add David Njoku to the squad. I think you only have one more player to take.
I got a corner, and I got a safety. I was debating between Patrick Peterson because I just like his overall body of work and career, and I'm glad he able to get on with the Steelers after another productive season, despite being on the north side of 30 years old. But I'm gonna go with Darius Slay right here. That's also an impact player, still at the cornerback position, north of 30 years old, still making plays. He got him a new little contract with the Eagles. So he doing his thing. I would fuck with him on this draft.
Yeah, I love that pick. That's a great pick. Shout out to Patrick Peterson, though. That would have been a great pick. He was on my short list of cornerbacks to take too. I didn't want to seem like too much of a Steelers homer, load my team up with Minka, Cam, him. I have some other guys, Cole Holcomb, you know what I'm saying? But somehow it ended up kind of like that. All right, so my last position player is my last safety. I have 2 guys, and I'm going to hear your kind of thoughts on this because I'm going to let you know who they are. One of them, super young dude, that's Talanoa Hufanga from the 49ers. I just love the way that he plays instinctively. I love watching him play. Now, I know he has the long hair and the Troy Polamalu thing, whatever.
That's why you want him.
Even that aside.
You a Steelers fan?
I am a Steelers. If I'm a Steelers fan, I'm a Chiefs fan. Those are my main 2 teams. I like the Bills, too.
How you got 2 teams?
I'm a mutt, bro. I'm one of these new age peeps that just came out.
Well, listen, ain't that Coincidence that you like the Chiefs, man. You lucky
Hey,
son of a
I've like
gun.
the Chiefs are the oldest though. I liked it when I got made fun of, and I didn't even watch football. I remember having a Chiefs hat in like 8th grade, and this kid was like, "Joe Montana fucking sucks," and I was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "You don't know anything about football." I was like, "I know," but I still rock the Chiefs, and I remember that interaction. I was like, "Fuck, people don't want to fuck with the Chiefs. I'll fuck with the Chiefs," and it works on a long enough timeline. Eventually, it works out. You know what I'm saying? What goes around comes around. But my last safety. This is tough. I'm thinking either Jamal Adams or Talanoa Hufanga. Jamal Adams he's a little shit talker, you know what I'm saying? He gets in the mix. He's a little fragile though. And then Talanoa, young, up and coming, he's a little bit more reserved, but he's also, like you said, like an
Yeah,
impact player.
for the purposes of this, I probably would go Jamal Adams, but I wouldn't have no problem with young boy either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And I also thought about Antoine Winfield Jr., who is quickly becoming like my favorite player in the league. I was doing some research on him the other day. Listen to this. This is a fun stat. This is something you won't hear in fantasy usually, but he has one fine in his NFL career, which is like 4 years now. And he's played in like every game. Only been fined once, and it was for unsportsmanlike conduct. Only fine he's ever got was when he threw up the peace sign over Tyreek Hill, which in my
Yeah.
opinion is way, way, way kind of underplayed as like a moment in sports. Cause like that was some shit. He was a rookie. Chiefs were feeling it. And I mean, that was a moment. And to do that to Tyreek Hill at that moment, that was some big shit popping. So I think that gets downplayed a little bit. So I wanted to give him a shout. But I think I'm going to go with you two. I think I'm going to go with Jamal Adams. My squad is a little weak on the my squad's a little weak. Let's just leave it at that. All right. But Jamal Adams, at least he can add another mouth to the situation. He can talk us into some trouble. I don't know if he can bang us out or not, but I'm happy to have, he and Minka. I mean, that's a nice little dynamic duo for safety. I'm not mad at that at all. So yeah, let's read these teams back for the people on the podcast real quick. So my team ended up being for the night out. I got Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Micah Parsons, Cole Holcomb, George Kittle, David Njoku, Jamal Adams, Micah Fitzpatrick, Marcus Peters, Jalen Ramsey, and that's a Cameron Hayward and Cameron Jordan out for the defensive line. And then my man Lawrence, you want to read them off? Or you want me to read them for you?
Yeah, I'll go with the boy Hurts, Lamar, Derrick Henry the King, CMC up in that thing, Julio the GOAT, Keenan Allen, Kelsey there, Mike the Gritty, Gesicki, Derwin James, Honey Badger, locking it down there. Then you got D4, Quentin Williams, and bringing the brother Quincy with him. Roquan in that thing. Gotta have Sauce, gotta have Slay.
Man, I don't even, man. I'm not I don't even know if I want to post this out on the Twitter streets, for people to be seeing. This might just be on YouTube and on the podcast feed, because I got murked in this draft. I got murked, and I had every opportunity to fix it by taking Joe Daddy. Fumbled the bag.
But look though, it's good though. This good though, cause like you got players that fit like you felt your style. You feel me? So at the end of the day, that really what it should be about. You feel me? So like when you pick
100%.
Austin Eckler, it's about that like it make it better because that what you feeling, you know what I'm saying? So you got Eckler and Barkley, who Derrick Henry could probably stiff arm both of them at one time, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good because you got two players. I definitely 100% within a draft Marcus Peters. I was gonna draft him. You know what I'm saying? I take Ramsey. So there, you got some spots in there, you know what I'm saying? It's not your team is not complete putty.
Exactly. It's about the range. I don't know what the kind of night we're going to come into. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what's going to happen. So I got to have a guy for every situation. Like, are we going to end up at Waffle House at midnight and just call it a cool one? Probably not. But if we do, we got Austin Eckler, and we got some other guys that are going to be down with that. Or are we going to be like eating breakfast at the Titty Club? You know what I mean? And that's after a couple of fights. We got guys for that too. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. But I got a squad that's ready for anything except we're not going to end up at church. Like, we're not going to end up there. We might make it home alive, And you got some guys on your team that I don't know. You got some drippy dudes out there. So
And that's what we all about, man. We don't want no issues, but we ain't, you know what I'm saying? If it's that, then it's gonna be that. But we don't want that. We don't want that, boy. We chilling. That's why my quarterbacks is that's who I got with Hurts and
leaders.
Lamar, because you know what I'm saying, we just kicking it, you feel me?
Yeah, we got good squads, like you said. I think both of our teams fit us both pretty well. I think we'd both have good nights with the guys. Honestly, I think, if our groups met up, I think we'd make an even crazier squad together. But yeah, I appreciate your time, my guy. You got any big news for the people? Any big, draft takes you want to throw out there into the ether while we got you here?
Draft takes.
Yeah,
Anthony Richardson is the best, gonna be end up being the best quarterback in this draft. That's really about it.
thank you.
Um,
It's not
Other
it's
than
not
that, yeah, but
complicated.
but sometimes football is made complicated when folks get to thinking and talking too much. But your
Mhm.
main goal in football on offense is to negotiate the football into the box, and we want to do that as easy as possible. So if the offense is easy for the quarterback, well, that's what every coach want to do. Every coach want to make it easier for their players. So yeah, Anthony Richardson, quarterback one for me in this draft class. Other than that, man, you can catch your boy at Lord Don't Lose on all social media platforms. And check out my content at NBC Sports Edge. And other than that, man, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thanks for making the time. Like I said, I think your draft killed it. Yeah, Anthony Richardson, I'll just echo your sentiment. People make it too complicated. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got all the tools, he's got the most upside. I mean, we're overcomplicating it. He's him. You know what I'm saying? So whoever gets him, watch out. I don't even know who it is. He's that kind of player. He's gonna be a difference maker. So
Yeah.
that's it, IDP Army. You know what it is. Give us a follow. Give my man Lawrence a follow. Thumbs up the video. Share with a friend, and we will be back soon with another episode for you later this week. And check out Mace's Spaces on Monday morning live on the Twitter feed. See ya.